See much break back there?
Not really.
Okay. So just block queef it?
Did you not hear me?
Well, I would say most special to me is Carne. Certainly, it's the golf course. It's my memories of being there with my dad. But what's most special about it, I think, is when you show up there and you meet like Jerry Maguire. I still chuckle when I say his name, but we'll just say when you meet Jerry.
Yeah, I'm Jerry Maguire. I'm from Dublin. I came here back in 1999 and just fell in love with the place overnight. Bought a holiday home, and now my holiday home is in Dublin, and my real home is in Belmullet.
You feel so welcome, and not just welcome. You feel valued as a guest.
There's a big queue, as you can see.
When folks in like where we are in County Mayo or wherever or in Adair, you tell them like, oh, I'm going to Belmullet. They're like, geez, you're going to Belmullet? Wow. I wonder what it's like out there. I've heard of that place. You know, I mean, it's like the end of the earth to the Irish.
Okay, I'm Fiona Taha. I'm the General Manager of Carne Golf Links, which is set out on the Mullet Peninsula in the northwest of Mayo, right as far west as you can go in Ireland. We're fairly remote. The road networks in here aren't great, but that's part of the experience. It's a truly unique experience when you come.
They really appreciate that you're there. Because you made the 3-hour drive to get there, and you could have gone to easier places and had a great trip. They're generally appreciative that you've made the effort to come see this place, and then you're rewarded for doing so because the course is so good.
We did 6,000 rounds of golf last year. We're increased to 6,600, which is a 10% increase this year. And really, we need, while we wouldn't like to be overrun, we would like to get up to about 8,000 or 9,000, which would keep the resources right and allow us to manage the course better. You know, if your bus of 18 Americans shows up at Carne, that makes a difference to their bottom line. You know, and I'm sure at Ballybunion they'd love to have you as well, but that doesn't mean that Ballybunion is going to go buy another tractor. A magnificent golf course. It's just God's country out there. Eddie Hackett, who was probably the God's architect of links golf, he couldn't believe it when he saw it. Little or no movement, earth movement. Very, very natural. Greens are all on natural shelves.
Carne. As I told Jerry, I felt like it was about a lot more than golf out there at Carne.
And as a famous writer, John Garrity from Sports Illustrated in America said, you know, it's just full of sand dunes that were sculpted by hurricanes over many, many years. And that's the way it is. It's purely natural out there and just spectacular.
All right. Oh, yeah. Did he? Right. Come on down.
16 farmers owned the land, and they had to buy the farmers out. A group of business people in the town, wonderful foresight to see that landscape and then to be able to say that's a golf course, because there's little or no industry in Belmullet. The 6,000 rounds of golf is worth about 7.2 million to the Mayo economy, which is the county here. And that's huge because it's, as I say, it's probably the only industry. We employ 23 people as well during the peak season, which is phenomenal for this part of the country.
Oh, do it. Push it. You see?
And the golf course, I mean, it just hit me, you know. It just felt like, you know, around every corner there was like another shot where I was just like, this is the coolest shot I've ever seen.
Sit! Oh! Do it. Oh!
And then as I learned more about the course and how it came to be, and I learned more about Eddie Hackett, the designer, and how his approach was to just, where they didn't use machinery. And he built this in the 80s.
Eddie Hackett had so much respect from everybody in Ireland. He was a wonderful architect of golf, Waterville and all these places. And this one was his last golf course, and he said it was the masterpiece for him. It was his biggest challenge. Just went out there and he had a paper under his arm, and literally there was no computers, no nothing. They did everything just on a sheet of paper and designed the course I gather in the space of about 2 days.
How much earth was moved building this place?
Probably zero. They did it with shovels. Farmers on their days off would come out, and there was no machinery used. And if they wanted a new mound, he said just like throw some sand and like let the grass grow eventually.
I was gonna say, how they do these mounds in the fairway? Are they?
It was here, It was here. So this is just how they found it, which is what's so cool about it. It's undisturbed. It's like a time capsule.
Last 5. This is not the first one of these holes on the trip where it's like, dude, the only rule, just don't be short. Just hit it as far as you want. Just don't be short. Don't get too cute.
All right, 165 playing 223. You're fine.
Baby!
He's just using what the land gave him. And I know a lot of like minimalist designers today like talk about that, like using the landscape more than like reconstructing it, but they're still shaping and they're still using bulldozers. What we play at Carne is what was there. And what was there was built by millions of years of wind and sand. And you play it and you're thinking like, this used to be underwater. Like that's what's so cool about it. Like these dunes were, like you just feel nature,
It felt like cross-country trekking. It felt like, and then in between, you'd hit a golf ball. But it felt more like backpacking or hiking than it did golf, which really speaks to me because it's physical. You feel like it's a workout. It was just the most unique golf experience that I've ever had, by far. Not even close.
I heard you let out an audible groan when we got to the sea.
That's a dune right there, number 11 at Carne. I mean, I've been on top of that. I've been on the side of it. Such a great hole, just a little hole. You just try and go over the corner of it. But risk reward.
Sorry. Is it blast driver?
I wouldn't say that in the heavy yardage book. I guess you could. I mean, the green's right on the other side of the dune. Cut hard, wind. Uh-oh.
Sheesh.
Anybody see it?
I thought I saw it in the shed over the hill.
Whoa. Wow.
Did not see that line. putt.
There's no way someone actually hit it up there. TC might be playing the mega flop up there. With the ocean in the background. A good hole nonetheless.
So the first time I played Carne was when I was doing a course called Ireland, and I just heard that there was this cool course on the way out on the west coast of Mayo. And my family comes from County Mayo, so I wanted to play that course with my dad.
How do most tourists hear about the course?
Tom Coyne in America, I'll have to say. He's he's there. We're very grateful to Tom. He's a great ambassador for the course. He took a liking to it, and he's always singing its praises, and we're delighted for that.
Yeah, it feels honestly like a little bit of a homecoming sometimes at some of the courses. Places like Carne and Ardglass that maybe were a little less on the map, and maybe the book helped them get a little more on the map. It's humbling, right? You know, you send something, you write something, you send it out into the world, and you hope that someone that's not related to you reads it, you know, like someone just besides like mom and dad, and that you find out that, you know, but the bus driver or the caddy is, you know, read your book and wants to talk to you about it.
And we meet and greet. We spend a lot of time here, Fiona and myself, meeting and greeting. And we ask people how they managed to get here. And the first thing they say is Tom Coyne book or John Garrity's Ancestral Links. And the two of them have just been phenomenal for here because we didn't have the resources for the marketing costs. We've started to do it this year. We went to the PGA show in Florida. We've had huge business out of that. But prior to that, only for Tom Coyne and John Garrity, I can tell you we'd be suffering seriously.
How do you balance the uphill to downwind?
Yeah, 144.
You can't run it up.
Uphill, pins in the front, downwind. I don't know.
Is it like punch 3-iron or like a blast wedge?
Maybe?
Gotta be good, right?
It doesn't gotta be.
$150.
Did you make any aces on your walk?
Oh, just tons of them. I got tired of it. It's an awesome hole, man. 150 downhill, crazy. Now that's a backstop. But tough, man. I put a lot of balls up in that hill.
How many clubs downhill is it by?
Still haven't figured that out, DJ. That's why I keep coming back.
Guess I've ever sat on a bench where the dune is your actual back.
Talk about like a community course. I mean, everyone pitching in. So you see the AstroTurf here. I mean, that's a line from like either a GAA pitch or a soccer field.
They built Carne for like nothing, you know. They built it literally with bake sales and raffles in the pub, you know. It was a true community effort, which is another thing you love about the place.
17 at Carne, a hole of legend.
My favourite hole is 17, fantastic hole. The drive goes off. If you don't get your drive right, you can go mad right and never find it again, or mad left down into a into a sort of a quarry.
I mean, it's a hole that, John Garrity from Sports Illustrated is like obsessed with and played 18 times once as its own golf course, just trying to make par on this hole. I don't think he did.
Great swing. Great shot, dude.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Tap in par. What up, John Garrity? Oh, nice. Well done. Trano. Guys, what an absolute treat. Tom, that is one of the most unique experiences I've ever had.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Great call.
Great spending it with you.
So good.
Tom,
Yeah, man.
that was a pleasure.
Great being here
Real
with you.
thrill to play that with you.
Yeah.
Well done.
I enjoyed it. That was fun.
Good times.
God, I hope this shows up on camera. How ridiculous that fairway is.
Short.
It's not short.
Licked it.
Got it.
If Carne was a band, it would be Pearl Jam. It's unrefined, rugged. The Eddie Hackett, Eddie Vedder.
You can make a lot of tens.
It can noodle off into some weird places, and other times it's what you see is what you get.
Randall's calling for the ball.
Hopefully you don't make fun of me like
posted
you
up.
did yesterday. Well, you
ISO.
didn't explain yourself yesterday. That was the issue.
I like this one. Pink Floyd. It felt like the dark side of the moon at some points.
It sure
did. It was a trip. You could probably play it backwards. And
Yeah, it helps. I mean, it was like pissing on me the last time I was here, and wind whipping. And I think just kind of with a better understanding of golf and more appreciation for like difficulty. I think difficulty used to like turn me off. Difficulty of the walks, hills, and just like a lot of undulation used to, I don't know, it took me a while to get out of the competitive mindset and into enjoying mindset. And that is like as enjoyable as a golf course gets.
We have, of course, a new 9 called the Kilmore 9, and that was built over 7 years again on a very, very tight budget, but it's a spectacular 9 holes of golf.
Eddie Hackett knew that the best land on the property was in the middle of the 9s, because the front goes kind of this way and the back kind of goes that way. But there was this great land in the middle, and we got to play it today. And it's the wildest on the property. It is insane.
All right, so teams for Scotch foursomes. Me and Icarito, we like that.
We like that.
Tron and Big Randall, Solly and Smash Tag Chad. Coyne, the purist, is gonna play his own ball. As a tribute,
got too much respect.
he's got too much respect for Eddie Hackett.
Is this it?
Links 9, yeah.
The only Links 9 in Ireland he hasn't played.
We are finishing the book right now.
4 Guinnesses at lunch.
Oh, cracking drive.
Oh, cheers.
The Kilmore 9, the DJ Kilmore 9 was, I think, the best 9 holes we played on the trip.
Go in the hole.
Let's go, baby.
Shot!
I'm glad that it's so great, and I'm glad that it's in keeping with, it works well with the other 9s, even though Eddie Hackett's no longer alive. Eamon Mangan, who was by his side the whole time when Carne was being built, oversaw every step of the new 9. He made sure that it felt in keeping with the rest of the golf course, and that basically means that it's walkable, that it's not overrun with bunkers, that it's not tricked up, Eddie Hackett didn't love blind shots. He liked the golf course to kind of be in front of you, and again, he didn't like to move earth. And so that's how they built the Kilmore 9.
It's probably 9 of the most spectacular golf holes that you will get in Ireland, and our aim is to couple that with the back 9 on the Hackett, and that'll give us like a composite course, which we're going to call it the Wild Atlantic Dunes course.
And when that gets up and running, we've already put the flags in this week. We expect that people will flood to the area, because I don't think there'll be 18 holes like it in Europe, certainly, if not in the world.
Living your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to take it over me this way.
Okay.
Whoa!
Good as he can hit it.
People are getting tight. People's bungholes are tightening.
Tron. Great putt.
Great putt.
Wow.
Oh gosh, you're too nice. You're too nice.
I'll take that.
So good.
Oh, wow.
That's so good.
Great putt.
Go.
Let's got it.
Get there. Get there.
There it goes.
That was. This is Randy for 8 skins.
Go to the last.
We go to the
We'll go to the last.
Go to the last.
This is the most fun 9 holes of golf I've ever played. That's not hyperbole. It's
my tee. I gotta catch my breath. It's quite a walk, but well worth it.
Oh,
Great swing.
Oh,
Randy.
Great ball,
Randy. Dude, that's your...
ouch!
Come on.
Good strike.
Heads up.
Woo!
You see from way downtown.
Great putt, man. Come on, Randall.
All right.
You're gonna shoot 50. You guys are gonna shoot 50. And if Randy misses this, you win all the skins.
You know what they call that?
We were playing the game. Let's go!
Dirt bag.
Dirt bags!
Dirt bag central.
Guys, great round. Thank you. How many balls did you guys lose?
All of the golf balls.
We didn't lose one on 18, on 9. God. Guys, that's about as enjoyable of a night as I've ever had.
Hey, Pards.
I'd ride to battle with you any day, man.
I'll ride with you, Toretto, any day of the week.
Hell out of it. Great walk with you. That was really fun.
That was great.
Hey, you know what a day, man. Well done.
That was as much fun as I've ever had on a golf course.
It is beautiful because it's rugged and people, you know, the Americans come here, the Swedes come here, the Germans come here, but they love the ruggedness of it. They don't want the postage stamp type of golf course, you know, they just love rugged links.
There's a sense of community there in how the place was built and how the place is being maintained and how they're trying to keep it going. And they're succeeding.
Look in the kill house. Oh God, I don't have this down.
You're spinning the whole flag, dog. You gotta keep living.
Get a tee time, buy a shirt in the shop, you know, and you're supporting. I think one of the truly special places, one of the truly special gifts to golf, is that setting in West Mayo.
It's the worst I felt in a few mornings, but I feel like my soul was reborn after yesterday.
Remember, every birdie today could be the last.
72 per person right now.
Last birdie takes it all.
Our male voice choir are going to sing you in off the first tee, alright? So it's going to be unbelievable, guys.
No! The big laugh maps.
On the tee from the USA, Tom. Hey!
Oh yeah!
Oh, Tom.
That's how it's done.
Brandon, how well are you driving it right now?
Extremely well.
What's the difference?
I found a swing thought. I found a really good swing thought that's working, which is a lot of it. Of course, all credit to the equipment manufacturer. The guys at Callaway Cal, what a comfy club. Like, I had a 3-hole stretch where I was legitimately playing golf. I'm in complete control of my swing, and the ball's going exactly where I picture and I imagine it going.
It was really cool to see you.